When your cat suddenly gets between you and your dog, do you actually know what that means? Yes, it looks like jealousy, like they're competing for your attention, but behind that behavior, there's something deeper that most people miss. It's one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat can do, and if you misunderstand it, which most owners do, you might slowly push your cat away without even realizing it. Let's start with what that moment really means. And by the way, if your cat ever stares intensely at your dog from across the room without moving, don't brush it off. We'll get to what that really means later, and it's something most owners wish they'd understood sooner. 1. It's not jealousy, it's security checking. Have you ever noticed your cat walking straight between you and your dog the moment you start petting the dog? Most people think, my cat is jealous. But here's what's actually happening. Your cat isn't trying to compete. They're trying to understand a sudden shift in their environment. Cats are control-oriented animals. They rely on predictability to feel safe. When you give attention to another animal, especially a dog who behaves very differently, your cat experiences a disruption in that sense of control. So they step in, not to dominate, not to win, but to reassess. Emotionally, this means your cat sees you as part of their stable world. And when something changes, they come closer, not to fight, but to recalibrate their safety. Think about that for a second. And by the way, if your cat ever stares intensely at your dog from across the room without moving, don't brush it off. We'll get to what that really means later, and it's something most owners wish they'd understood sooner. Number 2, your cat is reading the room, not competing in it. Have you ever felt like your cat is watching every interaction you have with your dog? Almost like they're analyzing it. Most people assume it's emotional rivalry. Here's what's actually happening. A 2019 study from the University of Lincoln on animal behavior found that cats are highly sensitive to social dynamics in their environment. They observe patterns, tone, and movement far more than we realize. But what that really means is this. Your cat isn't thinking, I'm losing attention. They're thinking, something in my environment has changed. Is it safe? Your dog's energy is loud, fast, and expressive. Your cat's is quiet, controlled, and calculated. So when those two worlds collide, your cat doesn't react emotionally like a human would. They assess. And emotionally, that means they trust you enough to stay and observe instead of retreating. That's not insecurity. That's controlled vulnerability. 3. They're not claiming you. They're reassuring themselves. Have you ever noticed your cat rubbing against you right after you pet your dog? Or even rubbing against your dog? Most people think they're marking territory. They're claiming me. Here's what's actually happening. Cats have scent glands on their cheeks, forehead, and body. When they rub against you, they're depositing pheromones, chemical signals that create familiarity. But this isn't about ownership. It's about reassurance. By mixing their scent with yours, and even your dog's, they're creating a shared identity, a safe group. Emotionally, this is huge. Your cat is trying to turn a potentially stressful situation into something stable, something predictable. They're saying, this is still my space. These are still my people. Think about that for a second. What makes this even more meaningful is that they don't just walk away from discomfort. They actively try to fix it. Now, before we keep going, if you're learning something new about your cat, hit like and subscribe. That's how we get these videos to more cat owners who want to love their cats the right way. 4. This comes from a survival instinct older than your home. Why does your cat react this way in the first place? Why not just ignore the dog completely? Most people think it's personality. Here's what's actually happening. This behavior traces back to your cat's wild ancestors. In the wild, cats survive by controlling territory and minimizing unpredictable threats. Any new presence, especially one as loud and erratic as a dog, would require constant monitoring, not confrontation, monitoring. Kittens also learn early that safety comes from proximity to a trusted figure, their mother. That instinct doesn't disappear, it evolves. So now, instead of a mother, that anchor becomes you. Which means when something uncertain happens, like your dog getting attention, your cat moves closer, not away. Emotionally, this is primal. Your cat isn't being dramatic. They're following a survival blueprint that says, stay close to what keeps you safe. And in your home, that's you.
Number 5. They don't do this for just anyone. Now, here's something most people overlook. Does your cat react the same way when other people interact with your dog? Or is it mostly when you do? Most people don't notice the difference, but here's what's actually happening. Cats are highly selective with emotional investment. Studies on domestic cats show they form attachment styles similar to human infants, but only with specific individuals. That means your cat doesn't care equally about everyone. They care about you. So when you engage with your dog, it matters. When someone else does, not as much. Emotionally, this changes everything. Your cat isn't reacting to the dog. They're reacting to your involvement with the dog, which means their behavior isn't random. It's relational, it's personal, and it's directed at you. 6. The moment you misread, you create distance. This is where most owners get it wrong. When your cat interrupts, stares, or pushes in, what do? You push them away. You tell them to stop. You assume they're being difficult. But here's what's actually happening. Remember earlier when I said your cat staring at your dog wasn't something to ignore? This is what I was talking about. That's there isn't aggression. It's hesitation. It's your cat trying to decide, is this situation safe for me or not? And when you dismiss them in that moment, you answer that question for them. Emotionally, this is the turning point. Because your cat learns one of two things. Either I can come closer when I'm unsure, or I should stay away. Think about that for a second. One response builds trust, the other slowly erodes it. And this is what most owners never realize. Your cat isn't asking for attention, they're asking for reassurance. And how you respond determines whether they keep coming to you or stop trying altogether. 7. When it stops, that's when you should worry. Now here's the part most people miss entirely. What happens when your cat suddenly stops reacting to your dog at all? No interruptions, no watching, no sense marking. Most people think, finally, they've accepted it. But here's what's actually happening. Behavioral scientists have observed that when cats disengage completely from social dynamics, it often signals withdrawal, not acceptance. Your cat isn't more comfortable, they're less invested. And emotionally, that's a problem, because it means they've stopped trying to understand, stopped trying to connect, stopped seeing you as their point of stability in that situation. And that's not something you want to ignore. So when your cat steps between you and your dog, now you actually know what it means. It's not jealousy, it's not competition. It's your cat trying to stay connected in a moment that feels uncertain to them. Trying to turn chaos into something familiar, trying to stay close to the one thing they trust. That's not attention seeking, that's emotional reliance. And that simple moment, when they walk between you and your dog, it was never small to them, and it shouldn't be small to you either.